Tonight, what I want to cover with you is thinking like a supercenter owner in contrast to a boutique operator. And some of y'all have heard me say this before, but if you can get your mindset wrapped around thinking like a supercenter owner, everything changes in this space. No longer do you think you have to know everything about everything before you do anything. And I actually had a couple Zooms today with different groups where we talked about how a supercenter owner thinks in contrast to a boutique operator. See, if you're a boutique operator, you need to know everything you need to know about your product. As soon as that customer comes into the door, your job is to sell them. So you got to know everything about that product. But if you're a supercenter owner, I don't need to know anything about the product. Fact is, when a vendor would come to me and they would pitch me their product line as a supercenter owner, I would look at the product. If it looked like it had is going to be high demand, have some consumer acceptance, looks like it was a product that my customers would buy, then my next question to the vendor would be, do you have a point of sale video that we could put on the end cap that it could explain this product to our customers? Because you see, my job as a supercenter owner is not to sell your product. Your job is to sell your product. My job is to bring traffic into my store, and then we build a display, and then you have the point of sale advertising that gets the consumer to go ahead and buy that product. And so once you start thinking like a supercenter owner, you start to realize our job is to just bring in traffic. We're just looking for people. Now, again, the traffic that we're talking about in network marketing is we're looking for entrepreneurs. Our goal as a supercenter owner within network marketing is just to bring in people who want to make money. So what I do is I look for people who want to make money. I look for people that are dream and heart that they can't get doing what they're doing. And then I partner with them to help them build a business to get their dreams. I use companies and I teach my team how to use companies to help you get your dream. And once you get this down, then all we do, we don't focus on selling products. We focus on bringing in traffic. We focus on finding entrepreneurs. Do you know that every week there's a brand new company that pops up that looks like a game changer? There's a brand new company that pops up, whether it be a new blockchain company or whether it be a new game changing health product or a skin product. So our job is not to go off become experts in those products. Our job is to strictly build a team of people who cooperatively work together to create a better life. And then we just bring companies into that team. And once you get this is the easiest thing you've ever done. And what I like to do, I like to use a new broom companies that really have a high acceptance rate for the consuming public. It resonates with the consuming public, and then I can use those companies to help me do database acquisition. And of course, those new broom companies generally have a low threshold, offer to get involved. Generally, it's free. So we use these new broom companies to do database acquisition and also conversion. And when they pop out of the funnel, that's when I get on the phone with them. So I never talk to a prospect. I only talk to people who exhibited a predisposition for participation in this industry of making money. And when I have that conversation with them, hey, I find out why they why they joined us, what was their motivation. And then I want to lock arms with them, make a deal with them that I help them get their dream if they follow my pattern, which is database acquisition and conversion, then through a conversation duplication, plug into our system once a week, plug into our trainings, webinar we do, 15, 20 minutes. And the third thing is buy the product, that we promote, whatever company that we're promoting, buy that product, it doesn't make a difference to me what the product is. And here's what's really crazy is that you might not even like the product that you're involved in, okay? But if people like the product, promote it, okay? This whole concept that you got to be 100% sold on the product that you're making money on to me, doesn't make any sense business-wise. Not even one inkle of a grand of intellect. Because my background, guys, when I cut my teeth in the business world, I own general merchandise stores, where I sold everything from hammers to chewing gum and everything in between. And one of the most profitable product lines I had in my store was ladies' pantyhose. Never once did I think I had to try a pair on. Why did I sell ladies pantyhose in the 70s? Is because people bought pantyhose. So if you've got a product, you got a service that people buy, it doesn't make a difference if you like it or not. If you're a business person, if you're a Supercenter owner, your job is to look for people who want to make money, bring them into your team, and then promote companies to them. And then what they buy, you make money on. That's really what we do. And so what we've done, again, we've created a funnels to actually go off and identify those high, converting companies, companies that are going to resonate with the consuming public, the new broom companies. And again, we know most of them aren't going to last. You know that most of the new companies that start up don't make it over a year. I mean, very rarely do you get one that makes it 3 years. Okay. So, and again, so I try to teach people, well, just understand that's life. That's, companies come and go. Products got a shelf life. That's the game. That's how it's played. So let's use those companies that are new broom companies. Now, if we happen to pick one that makes it, it actually turns into a legacy company, that's all the better. But if it doesn't, we use that company during its launch and its pre-launch to help us do database acquisition, to help us find people who get a predisposition for participation. Then our job is to lock arms with them, to educate them on our thinking so they can start to think like a Supercenter owner, where they realize companies come and go. Products have a shelf life. People quit things all the time. Our focus is just look for people who want to make money and then partner with them to help them build a team. Now, what I like to teach everybody is build a pod of about 15 to 20 people. How that pod of 15 to 20 people who all have a dream in their heart that they can't get, they're all willing to work to get it. Out of those 15 to 20 people, you're probably going to find 3 or 4 that are ready to do something now. And then those are the ones you really work with. Now, those 3 to 4 that do something now, that's great. But now all of a sudden you got another 3 or 4 that are kind of watching. They want this to work, but life got in the way. But here's what happens. If you build depth properly in that pot of 15 to 20 people, and all of a sudden somebody underneath you is ready to roll now, guess what happens to you? You all of a sudden, you upgrade, say, hey, I'm ready. So if you learn how to build a pod and learn how to build depth properly, out of a pod of 15, 20 people, you get 3 to 4 to go right now. You get 3 to 4 to go a little later. You get 6 to 8. They'll go, but they got to watch for a while. And 3 or 4 never will. But the goal is by the time you got that baby deep enough, it self-generates. And then we just keep plugging companies in. And again, it's kind of like how would you like to have a dozen different income streams? You only got one team. You only have one business. You're building traffic. That's your business. Mind your own business. And your business is your team. It's the traffic you're building. We're going to use company A, company B, company C. We're using these companies to help us make money. And I get a kick out of it. I'll get people come up and say, well, I don't buy into that. I believe I just got to be, I got to stay focused on one company. Well, then guess what? Don't do what I do. I don't care. Okay. Just don't do it. Okay. I've been around long enough to know that if you're just focused on one company, there's probably a 95% chance within 3 to 5 years, you're going to be doing another deal. I've done it enough to know that's the game. That's how it plays out. Okay. And I'm not willing to, play that game. And I'd rather tell you the truth than to lead you astray. If you just pick one company, again, companies come to me, I really think they're good. I really get excited about them. I think this could be a longevity company, and I'll put my blood, sweat, and tears and get everything put together so it can become a longevity company, only to find out 3 to 4 months later, it doesn't resonate. Okay, just because it's a good company, just because it's got a good product, a good service, a good comp, doesn't mean it's going to resonate. So what happens is, out of 20 good ones, you only get one of them that actually resonates. And out of those 20 that resonates, you only get one of them that last. Those are the numbers. And once you know the numbers, the truth will set you free. Then what you do, say, well, what are you going to just take a chance? You might pick the one, you might pick the one. I'd rather teach you how to build a team one time that stays together through the test of time and keep plugging companies into it. And guess what? If we plug in 15, 20 companies, there's a good chance one of those 15 to 20 companies we plug into our team is going to resonate. And who knows, we might get 3 or 4 that are going to resonate. How would you like to have 4 income streams? One of the companies that I'm working with, and I'm fired up about it. I really, truly believe it's going to be a longevity company, but I don't have all my eggs in one basket. But this one company, I really, truly believe you can make $20,000 a day within a year. I believe that. I've got another company that I'm fired up about, totally fired up about it, that I think is going to be another 7-figure income. Okay, but here's what's cool. I don't have to focus on those two companies. Okay, why? Because they got point of sale advertising that we can put on the end cap. As the traffic walks by, they sell their product. All I got to do is bring the traffic in. I just look for people who want to make money. That's all I do. Guys, that's it. Once you figure this thing out, use companies to help you do database acquisition and conversion. Find people that got a dream they can't get doing what they're doing. Lock arms with them. Help them build a team to get their dream. And if you follow that pattern, it can change your life.